Okay, everyone here, BS Podcast. We're here with Kodiak. They got something new and exciting for us to talk about. This is the Kodiak Gen 3 WK.
So the new upper, it'll fit any of the Gen 1, Gen 2 lowers. There's no real improvements to the lower. Not really too many things we could do to it. New law changes, no more changes to the design were allowed. So the upper, though, it's been totally redone. It's got a brass deflector, dust cover. This has the folding Yugo Magpul stock. So the brass deflector extends down and acts like a bumper. So if you have the dust cover open, it's not going to slam into it. Now, if we have an AR buffer tube on the other lower, you don't have to worry about this. So we have a sleeker lower profile brass deflector. Now, we've come up about 6 mil with the rail height, so now we're at true mil spec. The handguard's been changed to a 2-bolt clamp-on style with a couple grooves around the barrel nut, so you can't pull it off laterally. Then it's also keyed for the handguard to the upper, prevent any rotation. We've switched from the carbine length gas system to a rifle length gas. It's adjustable, so shut off gas turns into a single shot. Put it onto one like normal operating, and then second is once it starts getting a little sluggish, you can give it full gas. We've gone with a slightly thinner barrel just for the top 6 inches or so. We've turned it down to reduce some of the weight. We're bringing out a new chrome design of muzzle brake. It's just got a jam nut on here, so you don't have to fart around with crush washers. Really easy to come off with two wrenches. The carrier has been redesigned a little bit fatter, wider, to prevent anybody from jamming it up when they try to put it in the upper. Sometimes the cam pins come out of the track and it gets really jammed. So now you can't really mess that up. It just drops right in. If you want to flip it over, we can show you the right side. We've gone with a steel, like tool steel plate on the side where there's a key in the carrier that rides to prevent any tipping, and also the cam pin now rides in the steel track. Steel charging handle that has closed off any gap, so you're not going to have boulders and sticks falling inside it. This is a non-reciprocating design still. We can swap out that plate to go with reciprocating, kind of like the keyhole that was familiar on the first generation. We have M-lock slots on 6 o'clock, 3 o'clock, and 9 o'clock. The other, like 45 degrees, they're just for venting. They do look similar just to keep the aesthetics of it, but
Dissipate some of that heat.
Yeah.
It's a gas block for adjusting it, just screwdriver,
your tip of your knife, kind of anything. So it's just it uses the spring of piston to kind of push against it on a D10. So you just kind of click it over and you can feel it click 90 degrees, 180 degrees to go through your number 1, 2, and 3 settings.
And this also has a longer piston system in it, correct?
Yes, it's more resembling of the original AR-18. So it's still short stroke piston, but there's been some improvement. But anyway, push rod, we've added a shoulder so that the push rod's going to stop on a steel bushing that's inside the upper. So the spring is now no longer going to get collapsed straight down. So that's going to protect the spring. It'll last a lot longer. There's a gas cup that goes over valve stem, and so all of your carbon's going to still get blown out right up at the front. No carbon coming back into the action. To disassemble, it's going to be 2 screws. You take right out of the handguard. There's a little jack screw here, so you just stick one of those screws in. Just give it a little bit of a finger tighten, and it spreads the gap, so then you can slide it off really easy. You pull the carrier back, and you can pull the piston down, pull out the centerpiece of the piston.
Easy enough
assembly.
To disassemble.
Yeah, you just pull it all off. It's no tools required, really, except for the 3/16 Allen key.
Oh.
And that's about it. It's shooting very well. It still uses the front and rear takedown.
And we got bolt release, too. And
yep. Yeah, so this is going to stick out a little bit farther. We have the proper one on this guy here.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, new and improved. So we do also have, we're looking at doing a folding, similar to like the FAL or the FME charging handle, where it's like a D10 that folds down and locks in. But as factory, it'll just come with a solid steel, simple, robust design.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Thanks very much for showing us around.
No problem. Thanks,
BS Podcast, TACCOM 2024. Stay tuned for more coverage.